What is up, YouTube? Dottz Gaming here, and today I will be going over a lot of different stuff with you guys, from stuff that's happening in patch 7.1 to a few changes with my channel. But the big thing I want to go over is PvP gear acquisition in 7.1. Blizzard seems to have listened to the community, and the way PvP gear is acquired has been significantly changed for the better. And I'm really happy, honestly, with their changes, and I like them a lot. So I'm going to talk to you guys about that. I'm also going to talk to you about the current state of Demon Hunters in PvP using statistics so that the math can speak for itself. And I'm going to talk about why my Demon Hunter is most likely going to become an alt that I casually play, and instead I will be maining a Feral Druid. And I will explain my reasons why later in the video. And then at the end, I'm going to also talk about Arena and my goals for Arena this season, because I want to keep you guys up to date with what my plans and my goals are. But first, let's go over the PvP rewards in patch 7.1, which is the biggest part of this video. So you already see artifact power. Blizzard knows that the way that they handle artifact power PvP was not good. You did not get nearly enough artifact power for PvP and for participating in PvP. So they've changed it to make your first win of the day, excuse me, in different brackets give artifact power and honor, bonus honor. So the honor reward for your first random battleground victory of the day has always been twice that of subsequent victories. In patch 7.1, we've extended that bonus to all other brackets of PvP. Furthermore, in addition to bonus honor, your first victory of the day will reward you a large artifact power bonus. This means big rewards for players who participate in a variety of PvP formats. Incentivizing people to queue PvP. Thank you, Blizzard. Good frickin' job. Now, guys, if you want to look at the specific values, pause the video, take a look at this chart, but I'm going to move on to the next part, because this is my favorite part right here. Because this is exactly what one of my most recent videos talked about, which is acquiring gear for PvP. And obviously, you know, it wasn't my video that changed the game, but enough community outcry happened that Blizzard knew that they needed to change what they were doing. While the impact of gear in battlegrounds and arenas in Legion is different from past expansions, we still believe it's important for endgame activities to reward items. No shit. In patch 7.1, every battleground or RBG victory will reward a piece of gear. Thank God. It sucks that it's still random, but honestly, guaranteed gear. You are guaranteed to get a piece of gear after every BG win. So as I progress my honor level, I can gear up at the same time, and I get through it to BGs, which is pretty cool. Obviously, I can do it through skirmishes and arena as well, because those have an increased chance to drop gear than they did previously. Obviously, it's not going to be guaranteed, because then obviously queuing skirmishes would be significantly more viable than battlegrounds. So they want to give, you know, guaranteed for taking the longer route, or have only a chance for taking the more frequent, shorter route. And what's cool is that this gear still has a chance to kind of rank up with the Warforged, Titanforge, sockets, and tertiary stats system. And good idea on their part. I don't know the exact eye levels, but the way this second paragraph right here is worded, that's now in white, it makes me think that the eye level of the PvP gear that you get from random battlegrounds and skirmishes and raid battlegrounds and arenas scales with honor level, excuse me. So the higher your honor level, the more of a chance that you will have to get better PvP rewards. I don't know what that means for people prestige. I would imagine that once you prestige and you're back at honor level 1, the eye level of the items is going to be low. So most likely people will be staying at the upper honor levels until they flesh out their character's gear, and then they'll prestige. But still, I think this is a really good idea. And honestly, the only part of this that I can really complain about is the fact that the gearing is random. But otherwise, I love it. I think it's a really good compromise between what Blizzard wants and what the player base wants, and I'm a really big fan of the change. Now this, though, previously your first victory in each rated bracket of PvP rewarded a piece of gear based on your current PvP rating. Now you guys remember, that's crap. One win, somebody who wants to just kind of casually PvP and try it out just needs to come get one win, boom, gear. That's so stupid. So stupid. Often players didn't even know what item level reward gear that was being offered before participating, and winning a single game represents a fairly insignificant amount of effort for a high eye level piece of gear. Exactly what I talked about in my video, guys, a couple days ago. The decision to use your current PvP rating also discourages players from doing anything that might result in their rating going down. Yes, that's true. Now, here we go. In patch 7.1, each bracket of rated PvP has a weekly quest that rewards items based on your best rating from the previous week, which is cool. Your best rating, not even your CR from last week. Best rating, and I like that a lot. So even if your rating does dip, you'll get gear based on what you've achieved. The quest for arena brackets will require 10 wins, and the quest for RBG brackets will require 4 wins. Thank you, Blizzard. Thank you, Blizzard, for going back to the 10 and 4 structure to get gear. Again, same gripe as before. It sucks that it's still random, but I don't care. This will incentivize people to continually queue and at least get those 10 wins. And if you have a rating below 2K, it's going to be Gladiator tier gear, as you can see by this chart. Again, pause if you want to look at it. And if it's above 2K, it's going to be the Elite appearance. Honestly, with the exception of the gear being random, this is a pretty perfect solution in my eyes. I think it's a compromise between what the player base wants and what Blizzard wanted. Like I said, only gripe is that it's not guaranteed. Like, I could get like 5 cloaks, and that would suck. But, you know, Blizzard wants to move in a direction kind of RNG with their stuff, so it is what it is. So I'm going to actually bring up ArenaMate as I move into my next topic. So I know in my Legion announcement video, I said I was going to play and only play a Demon Hunter this expansion, so that I can put all my time into him. I want to put all my time into one character, so that I can get as good as possible at said character, unless like the Demon Hunter got nerfed into complete inviability. Like, I'm not even talking weak. Like, I want to put all my time into him unless he got like put in the dirt. And the gods must have heard me, because that's exactly what happened to Demon Hunters in PvP. And I don't want to go into the specifics as to why I don't think Demon Hunters are good right now, because as I said in the past, I don't want to just complain about class balance on my channel. So I'm going to give you guys some stats and let them speak for themselves. Now, the stats from ArenaMate right here include both the NA and EU ladder. And as you can see, Demon Hunters across all ratings of 3s rank last in representation. And across this whole leaderboard, we have 2.3% representation behind Hunters at 4%. Now, if you filter that to about 2K, so we'll filter, Demon Hunters drop to 1.8% representation behind DKs at 4.1%. Now, let's say somehow Dottz Gaming gets really freaking good this season and wants to, you know, push to be a baller. 2,400 plus. There's literally 4 freaking Demon Hunters between North America and Europe that are above 2,400. That is absolutely ridiculous to me, behind DKs at 3.8%. 4! Like, are you serious? 4? And I'm trying to actually be serious this season and push to as high of a rating as I possibly can. And right now, Demon Hunter is just not the class to do it on. Some of the game's best PvPers are capping out at low ratings by their standards and on their Demon Hunters, because the class simply is not performing right now. It doesn't have what is needed to perform in a PvP environment. And pretty much every comp that a Demon Hunter is in can be replaced with something else to make it significantly better. And it's honestly a shame that we're in this situation, but it is what it is, and I've already pretty much accepted it. So why Feral Druid as my new main? I didn't want to choose a new character that was going to be Flavor of the Month, and I've never re-rolled for Flavor of the Month reasons. It's always just kind of been personal reasons, like I've been bored, or I didn't like the class, or some bullshit reason I came up with for myself, like as to why I wasn't gaining rating with the class. Like, I don't feel like it works for me, back when I was being really stupid with my re-rolling because I wasn't putting in the time to grind out the rating. But I chose Feral because some of the most fun I had has been on like a Shadow Priest, who's also like a hybrid type of character. And I actually played my Feral in the past, and I had a lot of fun on him. I thought he was great. And I really didn't like, though, the Savage Roar mechanic back in the past, and that's what actually held me back from playing the class long term. It is really the only thing that held me back from maining him way back when. I thought he was a lot of fun, but Savage Roar was the only reason why I didn't like him nearly as much as like my Priest or my DK. But in Legion, Savage Roar is a talent. And there's multiple viable PvP specs that don't even take it. So as soon as I saw that, I was like, signed me up for Club Feral Druid. Couple that with the Affinity Talent row, which I think is really cool, and the fact that you can make just some cool plays with Feral, and they just look really, really fun. I don't know, I like what Blizzard's done with them. And another big reason why I chose Feral is because Ferals, for the most part, to my knowledge, have been consistent in their overall viability in recent expansions. They've had their weak points, don't get me wrong, and they've also had their strong points in recent times, but it hasn't been such ridiculous dramatic swings of like being completely flavor of the month to being completely nerfed into complete, like inviability, complete. Like some of my past favorite classes such as DK and Priest. And I want to play a class that's normally stable, so I can avoid this exact situation in the future. And also, I need to play a class that has more than one DPS spec, so that, God forbid, one gets nerfed, I could actually play another one, cough cough, Demon Hunters. But Kitty Cleave is also pretty good right now. It's not a tier 1 comp, it's a tier 1.5 comp, and that's what I'll be playing. And it's more than good enough to get me where I want to go in terms of rating. But guys, I'm not completely shelving my Demon Hunter, but at the moment, it looks like I'm going to be playing my Feral a lot more. I am more dedicated to getting higher rating this season than I am to being a Demon Hunter. And a Demon Hunter right now, statistically, is by far, this is the only reason I'm changing, because it is by far the worst class to push rating on. So I have no choice. I want to be higher rated more than I want to be like, I'm a Demon Hunter. Like, it's just not, right now, it's not happening. And what's worse is the fact that it doesn't appear that Blizzard right now has any plans to change or buff Demon Hunters. So who knows how long this class could be in the current state it's in. But once they're at least viable again, I'll start playing mine more, unless I completely and utterly fall in love with the Druid. Then he'll just stay as an alt that I casually play on. But right now, I am trying to just put as much time and find one character. It doesn't even have to be flavor of the month. It can't be the worst by 3.1%. You know, like, I'm just trying to find a class that's decent enough that I could just put all of my time and all of my focus in to get as good as possible, because I want to get high rated this season. Not just for myself, but for you guys. I want you guys to be able to look to me and know that my theory crafting and research and all the guides that I make are backed up with personal experience and not just the experiences of the people that I talk to. I want to grow and become a much bigger YouTuber and streamer than I currently am. And a key for me to do that, like a key for me doing that, is to be higher rated than I currently am. At least in my eyes. It sucks that I've been so close in the past to being 2K. I've been like one win away. I was 1993 rating. And the only reason I didn't get it is because my healer didn't log in the last week of the season, because this is back when teams were a thing. In Mr. Pandarian, you couldn't pug people. And especially nobody was pugging the last day of the season, because if someone tried to join your team, they'd have 0 rating. So why would they want to do that? And I really haven't been able to push rating at all since that season, because I was in college for engineering. So all my time was consumed by either school or hanging out with friends, and the summer was just not enough time to not only, you know, get the mechanical skills back down, but gear up, meet consistent partners, push rating. It was just too much to do in a short time period, especially because I had internships and stuff. But this is it, guys. This is it for me. Like, I'm going to be putting in so much time to my YouTube channel, into streaming, into practicing to get as good as possible to give myself the best chance. But that just about covers it for this video, guys. I'd love to hear your thoughts about what you think of the new PvP gear changes, as well as what you think about the state of Demon Hunters and what Blizzard needs to do to make them viable again. Thanks for watching, guys. I'd love to hear your thoughts on everything. Thumbs up if you liked the video. Comment below what you think. And please subscribe. So thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.